Hello everybody, Darth Loquitur here again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a newer player or trying to get better at Grand Arena, this channel's made for you. So today I'm going to go through my third battle in the first round of Grand Arena for Season 15 3v3. We're going to talk a little bit about Mon Mothma. Has anybody ever noticed how big her hands look in the picture? Like, these hands look like if she faced palm, she could scratch the top of her head. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, monster hands, Mon Mothma. All right, so our opponent here, he's got a lot of stuff. I like looking at ships. So we take a look through here. He's got a lot of ships. He's got a lot of stuff unlocked. He's got a lot of stuff at 7 stars. But not a lot of his pilots are at relic level. And some of the ships where his pilots are at relic level, those aren't the ships that are leveled up. So I feel like I do have an advantage over him in fleet. But here, this is scary. He's also got the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so one galactic legend for one. But he's also got General Skywalker. He's got the big Darth Vader there. He's got Darth Malak. He's got a couple other characters here at Relic 7. He's got a Darth Revan, which I don't have yet. 323 speed on the Darth Revan. So I'm getting pretty scared. I want to check out his Bastila. And then I noticed that his Bastila is half modded. And I think this probably happens to all of us at some point. We're switching mods right during the lock-in, and it catches you in the middle of it, and you end up with a character or two with messed up mods. So I didn't see many characters that way, just the Bastila Shan. But yeah, it's kind of a relief when you see that, because I'm worried about Darth Revan on defense. If he's got both Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and also Darth Revan on defense, that could get real dicey for me to try to get through. So when I'm setting up my Geo team this time, I actually want to try some things versus Kylo Ren. I don't have a good counter for Kylo in 3v3. Some of the Darth Vader stuff really doesn't work as well in 3v3 because you have a lot less to deal with, and Kylo Ren goes first and he stuns somebody. So you don't have room for a tank, and it can get, it can get hard in 3v3. So I want to try some things today. I don't think I'll beat Kylo Ren, but I want to keep the Geo Brute Alpha so that I have another tank. He'll summon the Brute, and I'll have somebody in with pre-taunt. So that's something I just want to mess around with. So I'm going to set a different Geo team, a really weak Geo team, and I end up with the Geos, the Jedi, and my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren there. And over here, we end up with a very similar setup. We're trying to put a bunch of good stuff in fleets and trying to use up as many of his good teams as possible to get to our fleets. So we do that Sith team again. We do 2 First Order teams, and then we do the Grievous team. So a few good teams, then we set our Chimera defense with the Geos and Anakin. And then we set the Rebel fleet. With the typical Rebel ships that you would expect to see. And that's our defense. Bunch of garbage on the back wall behind Kylo. So then if we look at what the opponent's got in store for us, he's got the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren on defense, which we expected. And I see that he also went with the version of just having the First Order Stormtrooper in there and saving his Kylo Ren unmasked for a different team. So not the only one that thought of that. And then he's got a Padme team down here, Relic 4 Padme, Relic 7 on the Kenobi and the Anakin. So he did pretty much the same thing I did, put a bunch of solid teams on D here to try to pull out a lot of teams. So the first thing I'm going to go for is this Kylo Ren team. I just want to take my bounty hunters in there and shoot the Kylos and be done with it. But this takes me by surprise because his First Order officer is really fast, and I didn't check speeds before I came in. So him getting the stun on that Bosk before anything gets started is a real showstopper because now Bosk isn't taunting, and I'm not going to get his net off right away. for the assists, which is going to make the contract take longer. So here I'm just trying to take down this first order officer and get more stuns. Everybody's stunned now. Boss gets back around to his turn. We get a taunt, but the area effect from Kylo is just hitting so hard. So this team definitely underestimated it. I thought these bounty hunters would be able to get that contract off and start shooting Kylos pretty quickly, but wasn't the case. So we go back up top, and we fight a Grievous team that he's got set on defense up there. And I do go for the B1 first, and I know somebody's probably going to say, well, isn't the point of a Jedi Knight Revan team to go directly for Grievous and just mark him down and kill him? But in a 3v3, I just don't have enough sauce on these characters to be able to kill him. But you can see a couple minutes later, we're in good shape. We've killed the B1, we've killed the B2, and we just got to finish off Grievous. So it's a 51 banner win. Not great, but there it is. So then against this Dooku team, I don't want to get stunned. I bring in my Mon Mothma team with this K-2SO. My K2 has tenacity on him, so I'm not planning to get any debuffs this match. And this team just feels so strong. I'm just shocked at how good this feels, right? Like we're not even taking damage. And we're just going to go in against this Magna Guard and pick him apart. He's relic level. It's relic level Dooku. And I don't feel threatened at all. It's K2 in this team is just amazing. He is so much better of a tank than I had ever thought before. So I'm happy that I built him up for my Mon Mothma team. I'm really pleased with what he can do. I like this little combo with him and the 3PO and Chewie assistant every time he gets a counterattack. So that's it, a 55 banner win, or 54 banner win from them. Full life, full protection, everybody. Then we bring in Nest, and I'm still trying to complete this darn feat with Poe and Finn. So I throw in the Poe and Finn with my Nest against these Geos, and I'm pretty confident that I know how this is going to go. So there they go. Finn and Poe dead. And, we start going to work on the Geos. A couple minutes later, about 3 minutes, our damage is ramped up big enough. We get it centered on this Brood Alpha, take him out, and then follow it up with the big hit from the area effect attack, take everybody else out. Once Nest gets that damage ramped up high enough, she's just devastating. All right, then we're going to take these clones in against this bounty hunter team. And if anybody watched my other videos, you know how my clones work. I've got a big 5s. He's got a lot of speed and a lot of offense. So pretty much he's going to sacrifice himself and make the other two guys big, and then they'll go crazy and win. So we've got true to form, that's what's going to happen. So we'll pick apart this Boba Fett first. We took the buffs right off of that Bosk. That's what that ARC Trooper is really good for. You get his turret to remove all buffs and makes these kinds of battles go pretty well. There, 5 sacrificed himself. Now we're on Bosk. Put down the big hit, get the assist from the turret to finish him off. Finish off this Boba Fett. Now we just got the Django. We got to kill him twice. But, of course, because of 5 sacrifices, these guys are fast now, and they're hitting like a truck. So, take out this Django. We'll save the aerial advantage for the next time he's alive. And we'll finish him off with the aerial advantage. 47 banners, not pretty, but it's a win. And I'm trying to save back some stuff so I can take a shot at that Kylo Ren. All right, fleet. We've got the finalizer going in, and I decided to take that one ship out and just go in really light with 2 reinforcements. Feel pretty confident with this. Now, I did make a really big mistake here. I somehow put my Special Forces tie on defense, and I've only got the regular First Order tie. So it's something that I can work with and work around. It's not what I like to do, but that's my own mistake. That was dumb. Don't know how I did that. So Bosk does get the taunt up in this case. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to let Anakin take a couple turns. He's on a sliver of life. If we let him take a couple turns, that protection and the galactic protection buff is going to wear off, and the extra protection will wear off, and he'll be at no life. So we just bring in Plo, we heal up, we get turn meter, and then we're going to go in here for the Hound's Tooth. We've got another taunt in our way. That's fine. We're going to stun him up, put some target lock on him, and just keep picking away at this. We got one more turn, I think, before the Anakin's going to drop that buff off of him. So we're just buying time. We'll hit this guy. All right. Now Anakin's got the buff off of him. So we just got to figure out a way to kill him now. So when the ship comes up, we got this big area effect attack. We'll get him and the Y-Wing at the same time. Looking pretty good. We do have days on us, but not too worried about that. I've been in this position before. Now we just got to get 5s under control. This is why I love Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer so much, because you just stun somebody and take away their turn. Ahsoka comes in and she just does a basic attack. I don't understand that, because she does so much damage on her middle attack, but she's nice to me. She doesn't do that. So I'm going to bring in this Cassian ship and put the silencer under stealth. I get the kill here. That gives me the dodge buff. So now we're looking good. We got Ahsoka on the run. And we could do the Hunter missile, but we're just going to take the assist here. Get the TIE Silencer, the kill. Nothing left but the Hound's Tooth. Just get some turn meter going. Now with this assist, I think I'm going to do something better, but it does get me the advantage buff so that I can use the big skill, take him out. 57 banners. Not a very clean win, but yeah, we got it. We got it with only 2 reinforcements, so we got a few extra points there. Now his finalizer is a bit weak, so we feel pretty confident going into this that we're going to be able to deal with that. We don't have to save the Hound's Tooth back for any reason, so we've got our 2 tanks starting with Vader's ship, and then we've got a couple other ships that we can follow up with here that are pretty good. We end up deciding to take the sergeant and the other ship out, just in case we have to do a cleanup on this. We do need a couple good ships. So in the initial volley, Vader takes a bunch of damage, but he survives on a sliver of life, and we do get the ultimate off on the Executrix and finish that off. So again, 60 banners, not a beautiful fleet battle, but we won both fleets and we got a victory on that. So now we come back around to this Kylo team with this speedy little officer, and we just bring the triumvirate in here, isolate this Kylo so that he can't give turn meter over to other people. Annihilate the Kylo Ren after a minute or so, and then just keep working on stuff, and then annihilate the other Kylo Ren for the win. Again, not great banners, not a pretty win, but we pulled it out. Now we're going to do the mirror match with Padme team versus Padme team, and the key here is to watch your assists to get single hits on characters, and be careful of the assists that give extra protection over to the enemy team. So we just take a basic attack on Anakin. He's already done his big area effect, so I feel like we can go ahead and do the buff and protection up here, mostly just to pump up the damage on these characters and try to get those big hits off. Again, we'll take the basic on Anakin. Don't want to call any assists there. Here we will call the assists, and we'll try to get, I'm trying to get Anakin's debuffs onto Kenobi, but I don't get the debuffs on him. Now I do. So he's dead now. I mean, there's once we got those debuffs on him and she doesn't have her cleanse up, we're in good shape. So we'll heal up again. And hit him again with Anakin. And now as long as we can just kick Anakin, we're good. And now we're going to take our time on Padme. We're going to use the middle skill, just waste some time. Bring it back around to Padme. Hit her with a basic. Hit her with a basic. Get that up to make sure that everybody's got full health again. Finish it out with 51 banners. All right, now we're going to take a shot at Kylo. We're going to do Brood Alpha with the protection on the Brute. So he has to attack the Brute first, and Chewie's guard is up on the Brute. So here I'm thinking about healing up, but in the end I decided to try to do damage and see what I can do for this First Order guy. And yeah, he comes back in a second time with that big sweep, and the area effect damage is just more than we could handle. So the two guarded characters live, and everybody else is dead, and that's it. I mean, once you're in that spot, you're done. So I'm out of tanks. L3 is the only tank I have left. I bring in Vader and Thrawn, and yeah, they're all wound up on turn meter already, and it just, luckily I get a dodge there on Vader, or this would have been over without me even taking a turn. But Vader gets one turn, so he's gonna force crush on Kylo, take out Hux, see what we can do with this First Order Stormtrooper. The answer is not much, and that's it. And I'm out of gas. And this is something I want to point out to anybody who might be watching and thinking about Grand Arena. I talk a lot about putting a cornerstone defense on, and in this case, he has this big Supreme Leader Kylo Ren that I can't get through. So when you talk about an opponent that has a very deep roster, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could have 700 Gear 12 characters behind it, and there is no Gear 12 team in the game that's going to get through this Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and there's no combination and no series of characters that will wear him down over time. So, you know, some people like to have a really deep roster, and there are advantages to having a really deep roster, but if you get a defense up that's big enough to stop the offense at the same level, then you've stopped the entire team. So at the end of the day, here's how we ended up with the Grand Arena. Now, unfortunately, the Grand Arena reset while I was still at work, so I couldn't get any video of this. I got a snapshot of it off my phone. And you can see that he cleared my front zone. He didn't drop any battles there. He cleared my other two by my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and didn't drop a battle anywhere. So if he could have cleaned up both of my fleets, I would have lost this round. But my Chimera did get 2 holds, and that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, I just had more fleet than he did, and he couldn't clear that last fleet, and that's what got me this victory. So just to be clear, that's 3 rounds, 3 victories for me for this first event in the Grand Arena. So that's good. I like that. That's I talk about doing well in Grand Arena. That's as well as you can do. And this last one, honestly, I didn't think I would win this round, but I pulled it out. So one last thing. I just want to point out, you know, there's kind of 3 things we can take away from this Grand Arena matchup in particular. And the first is you see the value of having that anchor team on defense, both in terms of his defense, and once I couldn't beat that Kylo Ren, I'm just done. Like, there's no use in me throwing 6 more teams at him. I'm out. I'm out of gas. And the same way on my side, once he beat all those teams and got stopped by Kylo Ren, then he's in the same boat. He's just, stuck on that front. And just be aware that having that, you can see I put two pretty lackluster teams in the same square as SLKR, and I've got 4 complete garbage teams behind that. And because that team, I expect it to get a hold, that allows me to save a lot more stuff for offense. If I didn't have that team, if I couldn't put my Galactic Legend on defense, then I would have to, put a lot more good teams on defense to try to get a hold, which means I would be a lot shorter on offense. And then, a lot of people don't like ships. I do. So in this case, my love of the fleet stuff pays off, and I ended up beating him just because of fleets. And, maybe it was lucky. Maybe, last time the opponent's Geospy got a bunch of dodges on me, so maybe he's in the same boat and my Geospy dodged him 6 or 7 times. Who knows? All right, so that's the Grand Arena for this round. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Come back and watch more videos in the future. See you in the next video.